My mother pulls at the skin of her lips. On stage, the poet speaks of legacy, generations woven together with tight-knit threads of belonging, and I imagine what it must be to taste such pride upon a tongue, to swallow its goodness until the hunger pains of wanting are silenced beneath my sternum. I read an article about the second-hand dangers of alcohol, how children in alcoholic families suffer trauma as acute as soldiers in combat, how they carry the trauma their entire lives like an albatross around their neck, and I realise this is the legacy I have been given. A dead bird I beat against my chest, declaring this is mine, all the while pretending the splinter in my mother's flesh has not become the spear through mine. My mother pulls at the skin of her lips until they bleed, and it takes me years to understand this is how she keeps her hands busy. They say children of alcoholics are 4 times more likely to suffer addiction, but I have learned this isn't true. That if I tie control around my body like a straitjacket, it will restrain the chaos inside of me. That if I say a drink poured is just a moment of weakness and not one of truth, and I can pretend I am able to stop when I want to, even as I don't know how to, and I pull at the threads of my healing the same way my mother pulls at the skin of her lips, with restless hands that unravel the deception sewn through my mouth every time I have said the words, I am not her. Even yet, as I have hidden another empty bottle beneath a wastebasket of lies, what magic to be both victim and one who re-victimizes herself, to take the bones of a dead bird and sculpt them into the outline of a woman I can only hope to be, all the while forgiving the one I have been. They say the opposite of addiction is not sobriety but choice. I cannot apologize for the ways I have chosen to survive until now, how I have improvised on the field of a war I was not trained to fight, hoping my wounds would hold together enough to not bleed on the same ground my children will one day walk upon, but this legacy is still mine to choose, to break generational cycles or be broken by them. I pull at the threads of my healing and stumble over them. I tie the ends and carry on.